In this video, we'll analyse the introduction of a 2017 paper by Catherine de Wolf, Francesco Pomoni and Alice Moncaster, which offers us a review and critique of current industry practice in measuring embodied carbon dioxide equivalent of buildings. If we scroll down, we can see that the introduction consists of 3 paragraphs. Pause the video now to read them through. So the first paragraph begins by establishing the context, and straight away we not only know that the context is the relationship between the building sector, energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions, but also, through these statistics given, become aware that this is an area where action is needed. And in this way the authors have already begun providing motivation for their research. You'll probably realise that you've seen this kind of opening a number of times. You might even feel it's a bit overused. But the reason why it's used so often is because it's effective. And very quickly after this, the reader is introduced to a term which brings us to the focus of the study, embodied impacts. And by the third sentence, you can see that we already know of some of the issues in this area. And this problem, that a lack of comparable methodologies is preventing the reduction of embodied impacts, is directly relevant to the aims of this research. And the paragraph continues in a similar vein. So, although things are improving in some ways, there are problems remaining, specifically with including all stages in life cycle analysis, especially the embodied impacts. So this introduction has already taken us very quickly from a broad context to specific problems that need addressing. And let's look now at this second paragraph. If you haven't read it yet, pause the video to read it through. I hope you agree that the second paragraph does 2 key things. First, it highlights a specific research gap, that we don't know enough about how industry calculations of embodied carbon equivalent are actually carried out. And second, it identifies clearly what this research will contribute and indicates how. It tells us a little bit about their methodology. So now the reader is fully informed of the context and goals of the research and why it is necessary, and it's clear what this research contributes. The third paragraph offers a roadmap for the reader of what to find where. If you read it through quickly, you'll see that the sections are listed in order and also that there's some commentary for the reader. And this commentary helps make the section meaningful for the reader. And finally, at the end of the paragraph, we find our definitions. So, all in all, a good, concise introduction. But this is an introduction to a research paper. For your dissertation, your introduction will be expected to be rather longer and to go into a little more detail around the current state of the art and the relevant issues. But it should follow a similar format.